whereas the annulus is right down here. And there's only trivial paravalvular regurgitation, which I can't even appreciate on this view, but I was able to see on the apical view. And I haven't done the measurement, so there you go. So there's absolutely, in fact you can't even see it there, there's trivial aortic regurgitation, hardly any at all. So an excellent result. And although I haven't measured these yet, this is the LVOT velocity time integral, and here's the trans-valvular gradient. So these are going to be, again, very nice hemodynamics for this valve. So this lady's got a very good result.
Great. And we need to keep in mind that this was heavily calcified leaflets, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're very, very happy with the procedural outcome. It's always very reassuring to have an expert echocardiography opinion on hand. Jane is an exacting taskmaster, and if she's happy, we're happy.
Yes.
So in terms of the completion of the procedure, we're going to put proglides into the left femoral puncture site as we remove the lotus sheath. Are there any other aspects that you'd like us to discuss?
Actually, one question from the audience was, in case you need post-dilatation, actually this is not a quite fair question, because here you don't need any post-dilatation. What kind of balloon would you typically use, if required?
Well, we would actually, so for this case, we would use the same balloon that we pre-dilated with. We actually, what I failed to tell you was we pre-dilated with a 25mm balloon, but we removed a couple of mils, so it wasn't quite fully inflated. But we would post-dilate with a 25 with a full volume.
Okay. And it's important, as Helga and Thomas know, that the ratio of the balloon post-dilatation is pretty much 1-to-1. You don't want an oversized balloon that might result in dog boning and trauma to the mechanics of the valve and the metallic structure of the valve. So the sizing of the post-dilatation is of fundamental importance.
Here's a question from the audience. Microphone number 2, please.
Yes, Ahmed Said from Tavi, Egypt. I'm asking about the anchoring arches. 2 questions. The first is, after releasing the anchoring arches with step 1, and you find that the valve is too deep, can you simply take the valve a bit outside, or this is going to be traumatic to the ascending aorta? And the second question is, does the ascending aorta diameter do have limits to include patients with Simetis valve?
So Simon and Bernard, did you get those questions?
Okay.
First, a narrow ascending aorta. Is there any limitations to this valve due to the stabilization arches? And then another question, which is similar to what's here by EuroPCR React. If you deploy the top crown and are not happy with the position, what can you do?
Well, second question first. First one, I guess, is I don't think there are any, but of course, if it's narrow, you probably use a smaller valve. But for the second question, if you've deployed the top crown and it's not in the right position, it depends if you think it's too high or too low. If it's too high, it's fairly easy to put some more forward pressure on it to move it down a couple of millimeters. If it's too low and you're subannular, it can be very difficult to pull the device back across the annulus once the top crown is has been deployed. Have you got any comments on that, Helga?
How's that looking?
Okay.
I think the initial position is really crucial. Therefore, you should not start too deep, of course. And perhaps once you're completed your procedure, we can go back and then see the implantation process once again, because everybody will appreciate that the system itself is very stable. There is no movement. And therefore, this problem does not really often occur that you're too deep or too high. This is only applicable to systems which are not as stable as the Simetis devices.
Could you, Simon or Bernard, show us the implantation clip again, that you let that clip run? It's really important.
Of course. Yeah, we put the implantation.
I believe you need to find the right position.
Well, we're just doing this.
Too low is a problem. You need to avoid it. But once you have the right position, you're very safe, straightforward, and have a very intuitive, easy implantation.
In some cases, I had a little bit higher implantation.